Amie is a serial con artist. Amie's first pregnancy came after having just one date with her boyfriend. I saw many ultrasounds that Amie had sent me, but there was never any personal information to indicate that they were Amie's. 19 weeks into her pregnancy, she claimed to have had a miscarriage. Everyone was devastated. Amie's boyfriend and I never saw a single shred of physical evidence that the baby did pass away.
Nothing registered with you in the beginning?
No, everything seemed pretty normal.
So you were in the business
Yes.
of ultrasounds, right?
Yes.
Did you offer to do this with her?
Many times. She would always make an excuse to not come.
Did that send off bells in your mind? Were you wondering?
I would ask her something like that, and then a few days later she would send me a picture of an ultrasound she had at the hospital where she was going.
They were always edited,
Yes.
and she would write on them, but never any identifying information on them.
No. Shortly after Amie's miscarriage with Ava, she miraculously became pregnant again. Everyone was shocked. Over the process of her pregnancy, she showed us multiple ultrasounds, and once again, there was never any personal information to indicate that they were Amie's. I really became suspicious of Amie when she wasn't getting any bigger. It was absolutely crazy.
She says she got pregnant just 4 weeks after a miscarriage.
Yes. Amie told me that she went to the hospital because of labor pains. She was suffering a placental abruption. One of the children died instantly, and the other one only lived for 20 to 30 minutes. Amie told me that she was so distraught that she'd ripped her IV out and took a $250 cab ride home. I don't know any hospital that would let someone that just suffered such a traumatic experience leave. No one ever saw the bodies. With all the inconsistencies in her story, the family decided to confront her. A few days later, Amie packed her stuff and completely disappeared.
Any baby that is lost after 20 weeks has to be reported.
Yes.
There was conversation with the coroner. There were no fetal deaths matching 33 weeks of gestation in 2016. He goes on to say there were no twins over 20 weeks, period. Then we take photos of the twins Amie sent to her ex-boyfriend's family. Notice the different bedding. The hospital statement regarding the bedding is we use one standard set of bedding. These two babies are not in the same hospital.
No.
It just doesn't make sense.
No. Even after Amie was caught in all of her lies with her fake pregnancy here, she turned right back around and did the same thing in Florida. A bunch of mothers from a support group contacted me, and we all decided to create the No Friend of Mine scam page. This past spring, one member of our scam group found pictures of Amie on social media with a pregnancy announcement. Of course, with multiples, with a new man. Me and the members of the group immediately took action to find members of his family to warn them.
Apparently at a gender reveal party, he confronts her and says, hey, are you really pregnant? She could have easily gotten a pregnancy test but did not. Amie, please come out and join us. What is your theory about why she is focused on you?
I think Courtney still has a lot of issues in her own life that she hasn't resolved that she needs to self-work on. I mean, it's been almost 2 years now. That's why I'm here today to want to ask what the hell the problem is. Because I'm so pissed. I'm only came here to tell you, you haven't broke me. You can keep pushing all your little buttons, Courtney, and doing what you want. So I'm going to tell you now, keep it up, and it's all going to come back to bite you in the ass.
You want to hang her or get her help?
She needs help. She obviously needs help. She has 2 daughters. I would like to see her daughters have a good role model and not someone that would do some of the things she's done and have them have a nice, happy mom to look up to. That's the main reason why I want her to get help.
Well, what would you think of someone that did lie about a pregnancy and the death of a baby and caused people to get their hopes up and then go through loss and grief and mourn? If somebody did that and it was made up and caused people all that pain, what would you think about a person like that?
I want to think they were a great person. I think they'd have issues that they needed to deal with in life.
What do you think would make somebody do that? And again, I'm talking hypothetically. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking hypothetically. Why do you think somebody would do that if they did that?
I'd say relationship status, wanting to be pregnant.
Do you think that kind of person would be in a lot of pain themselves?
I'd say yeah. I would think they are.
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be malicious. They might just be in a lot of pain themselves.
I'd say yeah.
Have you ever exaggerated your circumstance about being pregnant or being further along than you were, or declaring yourself pregnant before you were certain that you were pregnant?
Yeah.
How so?
Right after we got pregnant, and then shortly after getting pregnant, I took a pregnancy test and was sure that I was pregnant at the time, and some of the HCG was actually still from the prior pregnancy that was detected, and I got pregnant a couple weeks after the fact of thinking I was pregnant, yes.
So you thought you were pregnant, but you weren't, but then you got pregnant
Correct.
later. We spoke with the father of Amie's alleged deceased first set of twins. He claims he's so embarrassed he believed Amie was pregnant twice that he's asked to remain anonymous. But here's what he had to say.
Amie claimed to have 2 pregnancies. The first one, she made it to 19 weeks, and I was actually on vacation, and she said that she had a miscarriage. And then a second pregnancy not long after that of twins, and once again I was on vacation, and she said that they were stillborn. I had never gotten to see any of the children. I was never at the hospital for it. She would never give me the chance to go to any of her appointments. I would take days off of work, but she would say that they got changed last minute. I did not see her name on any documents. I made a nursery in my home, and we had a baby shower. After the twins had passed, I was just in disbelief and just was heartbroken. Like I said, I want to see their bodies. I want to see death certificate. I want to see hospital records. There's no record of her being at any hospital in a 100-mile radius. She just had 2 pictures of just 2 different babies. I couldn't tell if they're dead or alive. Amie would change her story up. At one point she said that she went to Chicago and then she found a place that does late abortions. That's one of my fears, that she had them somehow and they're living, and she's just trying to keep that a secret from me. This is sort of like a game for her. She sees how much she can get away with, and then she just moves on to her next person that she can con. She's a sociopath. She's just a terrible person. It was a very stressful time and very depressing time in my life.
Well, that's the father, and he doesn't believe you, and it's caused a lot of pain in his life.
He doesn't, but I was throwing up so drastically that he was giving me fluids to keep that down.
Okay. Well, that doesn't change whether you were pregnant or not.
Yes.
And he doesn't believe that you were, not once but twice.
Okay, that's fine.
Here's some messages that Amie sent while in the hospital. It came from your phone during the twins' deaths. February 19th, 6:35 a.m. This is Amie's spouse. You and the group have come to mean a lot to Amie. Twins were born last night by emergency C-section. So...
Didn't have my phone, though. That's the thing. Just like I didn't have my phone and I didn't have access to this web page, I pulled myself off of Facebook quite early.
Okay, well, who's sending this message?
This is off of his phone.
It's your Facebook is what it is. I don't know whether you typed it from your phone or whatever.
I pulled access off of my Facebook.
Okay, February 20th, 8:54 a.m. Amie isn't aware of anything at this current time due to her blood loss. She doesn't know we have lost the son. She doesn't know daughter is now on life support. Amie did wake up today and she asked for the babies. We did have to tell her.
None of this ever happened, though.
February 22nd, 8:08 a.m. Amie's bleeding has picked up. She received another unit of blood this morning. Daughter, seen no improvement. She still cannot support herself. February 23rd, 2:18 p.m. Amie has been awake for almost 2 to 3 hours. I'm sure she will soon post to the page when she's feeling up to it. Now, that's supposedly by him from the hospital to your page. Was he there or was he not there?
No, he definitely was not there, and that's not from me. I didn't have my phone on me for several days. Just like this online pregnancy page, I wasn't on Facebook for quite some time.
Okay, what day did you leave the hospital?
I can't recall. It's in the notes.
Well, the notes say you left the hospital on February 19th.
Well, it obviously wasn't the 19th. I mean, it's been 2
Well,
years.
that's the
I don't have the
notes.
dates.
Because on February 19th at 9:31 a.m., you said, made home. They can't keep you when you check out.
Okay, I still didn't have my phone, though. It's a thing. All these text messages aren't coming from me. That's where this is like a big joke to Courtney, because it's like some catfish
But you're at home now, so you do have access to
No,
everything.
the phone, I didn't have the phone, and I wasn't on Facebook. That phone had been misplaced. And then it amazingly showed up, which is funny because our house never was locked. Courtney always had access to it. Her ex-husband always had access to our house.
Okay. Now, you went into the hospital when?
I don't recall the exact dates.
Well, you went in by helicopter, right?
No.
You said that you went into what hospital?
One in Chicago. I won't disclose it. And legally, I know I don't have to.
Well, you don't have to do anything.
Right.
But you didn't go in the hospital in Peoria?
No.
Well, here's a text message that you sent. You don't have to come to Peoria right now. His family is starting to arrive. I will text you once I've done all the paperwork with the people who handle the funeral. Courtney, did they take you by ambulance all the way to Peoria? Amie, no. Helicopter took 15 or 20 minutes of that.
Yep.
Okay, so you did go to Peoria.
No, I just didn't want Courtney to know where I was. We were not getting along at that time. I already said no, I was not in Peoria. It was none of her business where I was.
But it was in Illinois, just not Peoria.
Was in that area, yeah. I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like I owe them an explanation. And sitting up here, I certainly don't owe Courtney an explanation. I don't feel like I owe the family an explanation, because if I did have to provide an explanation, I still wouldn't. Sitting here after going through counseling, what I've learned is it's my life. I'm going to grow and I'm going to change. My past is my past. If my dates are wrong, then I'm sorry. If I've made mistakes, then I'm sorry. But that's not who I am now. That's 2 years ago. People need to grow up and move the heck on. But sitting on the stage, I'm going to tell you right now, if you want an honest opinion, I can't stand Courtney. Can't stand her. If you still have a hate page up 2 years later, there's a problem.
You have a foundation? You're raising money?
On my face? Oh, yeah. That's something that I'm going to have to discuss in front of Courtney, because I was under the impression I didn't have to.
You know, I would think you'd want to
Not in front of
promote
Courtney. No, absolutely not with Courtney sitting
Okay.
here.
Well, we'll excuse Courtney for a few minutes. Let's excuse you for a few minutes, because I would think you'd want to promote your...
I do, but not with Courtney.
But she's gone.
Okay.
Okay, now tell me about your foundation.
It's a nonprofit org. You have to apply for a 501c3 license, and you also have to apply for a exemption to like raise funds and participate in events and things like that. It's to help veterans that are homeless. We also talk to individuals online if they're having PTSD, suicide issues, things like that. And our ultimate goal is to make sure that not only veterans are established as individuals and getting the help that they need, but also other people, spouses and things of that nature that need their help. We haven't been able to proceed, like we're not allowed to do a lot with the org at all until a 501c3 is cleared.
Okay. Here's what Amie told us about her nonprofit. She gives us a little information about it. So,
I have a fake Instagram page where I can follow Amie and check in on what she's doing. Recently, I found out that she is starting a non-for-profit organization.
I'm currently part of an organization. I'm working with David, and he's the veteran. I connected with him on Instagram, and we had a long phone conversation about how we were both into helping veterans and helping others with mental health issues, whether it's bullying, which I've dealt with, PTSD, depression, things like that. We've actually had the opportunity to participate in a few events, and we've been blessed with raising $3,000 so far for the org.
She alleged to donate to veterans or people that have been suffering from Hurricane Irma. Amie is illegally taking donations without having their non-for-profit 501c3 clearance.
We're actually waiting on our 501c3 clearance to go through, and then we'll be able to start using those donations the best we can as an organization.
In order to have a non-for-profit group, you have to pass background checks. And Amie's not going to pass a background check. If David actually knew it was good for him, he would cut all his losses and run.
You can let me out this door right now. First of all, you better get your information straight.
David, thanks for being here.
Thank you, sir.
Do you... Do you have that effect on all women in your life? What happened here? I missed the...
I'm not sure.
What did she say to you?
She just said she was upset about Courtney.
From what I understand, she was raging backstage and throwing water bottles at people and really being quite oppositional.
You guys falsified. You know what? That's fine, dude. That's fine. I'm telling you right now, Justin.
What falsified?
Falsified my ass. I'm telling you guys right now with your false. I came on this. Do you think for 1 minute you guys are joke? Where the are my bags? Get out of my face. I want my phone and I want to go to the airport. I'm done.
Nobody
I'm done.
wants you to.
I'm done.
Tell me your involvement in this whole story.
Well, we met on Instagram, and I do motivational writing, and she wrote to me and just said...
She wrote to you?
She said, I love what you're doing. You're probably helping millions of people, and I said, thank you, and we just kept talking.
What did she tell you about her brother?
That he took his own life.
That he took his own life?
Yes, sir.
How did he do that?
She said with a gun.
That he actually had to shoot himself twice?
Yes, sir.
To complete. I think once it went through the cheek or something, and he had
That's
to
what I was told, yes, sir.
crawl over. The gun fell, he had to crawl over, get it, and shoot himself a second time to complete the task.
Yes, sir.
We ask everybody when they come here, we do structured interviews with them, just as we did you.
Yes, sir.
And you remember we asked you, do you have siblings? And are they all living? And if so, how old they are, and are they married, single, whatever? She told us that she had lost a brother at 18 months old.
Okay.
Just that when he was a baby, she had lost a brother.
Okay.
That was the only brother, and that was when she lost him in her life. She didn't say anything at all about a brother committing suicide. And the point about the foundation is we searched high and low in the registry, and there's no registration for her foundation, because if you do raise money and you're under the impression it's a 501c3 and it's not, which means people that are giving might think it's deductible, and it's not.
Right.
So then they claim a deduction and it's disallowed. Then they come back to you and they're upset. And if it's a fraud in the inducement, where they claim that they have a shared experience of losing a brother or something like that, and they find out that's not true, now you're in all kinds of problems.
Right,
so I'm just telling you to protect you.
Yes, sir.
That does not seem to be the case.
We've been very transparent about everything that we've been doing with the organization, and as far as letting people know that the paperwork isn't put through completely yet, so that if there are any kind of donations they're giving to us, it is under the impression that we haven't completed our registration yet.
Yeah. Well, I've asked Courtney to come back out because I have some things I want to say to her. You've done your duty. It's time for you to say, I can let this go. I've done my social responsibility. I can move on. I'm done. I can move on. You need to give yourself permission to do that. And you really have helped some people. Pass the baton to me, and
I will gladly.
And move on.
I will gladly.
You guys are. I get asked a lot, who does that? I'm the incurable optimist, and I don't think Amie is an evil person or a bad person. People lie for several different reasons. To take what is not rightfully theirs, escape accountability, create a fantasy or a false self-esteem to escape their mundane life. On the ugly side, they do it to inflict pain avoid punishment, feel better in the moment, steal admiration, gain an advantage to exploit others. You know, these are the reasons that people lie.
It doesn't matter about your past. It doesn't matter about the things that you've done. It doesn't matter about your criminal history.
I'm only doing this because you deserve this, and I'm only doing this because
Thank you. Do it for him. Thank you.
There you go.
I'm going to excuse you now because Amie and David had said that they'll come out for a few minutes and we'll see what she has to say. We'll let you go off this way here and bring. But listen, thank you really so much. You've done a good thing.
Let's help people.
No, because you know what? I'm going to pull away from yours.
We're already part of it. Let's just do this. Want to go finish this?
No, I thought I did, but looking at you, I don't.
She's walking away.
Well, never mind. That apparently was a lie.
Prosecutors say she used her fake pregnancy as the reason she couldn't go to jail for violating a restraining order.
Brittany is constantly telling lies. If she's telling you that she's pregnant right now, do not believe a word she's saying. It's not true. The more she tells people that she's pregnant, the more she believes it.
You believed what she was telling you, correct?
Absolutely. When I met her, she was having twin babies with a doctor.
She actually shows you a sonogram.
Oh yeah, we picked out baby names, and she said she was gonna get him for a lot of money, and her child support checks will be huge. Brittany is constantly setting up men and making them believe that she's pregnant by them. Brittany finds men on dating websites. She will wind up sleeping with these men. One time, she tells them that she's pregnant, harasses them, extorts money from them, and these men give it to her.
Let's talk about some of the history of the men. Man 1, he filed harassment and a restraining petition against her. Man 2, married, claimed pregnant with his child. Man number 3, pregnant with his twin. Man number 4.
She entered my home, as a roommate. Within a few weeks of being a roommate, basically she forced herself upon me and started with lies of pregnancy and ultimately in a restraining order. She definitely needs some nature's psychotic help.
Did you confront her about this?
I did not. I cut her off completely.
When I first met Brittany, she told me that she had just delivered stillborn twins. Brittany showed me a picture of her actually holding 2 stillborn babies in her arms in a hospital bed.
She asked you to give her a statement supporting the fact that she had been pregnant.
Yeah.
I was aware of the pregnancies because I saw the picture of her holding 2 stillborn babies.
Brittany took the notarized papers, changed all the words, but kept my signature and the notarization. I was livid. I found out that Brittany was never pregnant and never actually had these twins. She took a picture from another woman and photoshopped her own face on it.
You're aware of 5 men that she claimed to be pregnant with. She's had 12 restraining orders against her, and she's been charged with violating those restraining orders on 8 different occasions.
Correct. She had like 7 felonies and she got off with 2 misdemeanors. She gets away with everything.
One of the things you said is good luck keeping her on stage here because she's jumped out of a 2-story building and out of a moving police car.
She's crazy.
I have a lot of questions for Brittany, but first, I'm going to let her tell her story, and let's hear why she says she wanted to be here today.
When I first met my ex-boyfriend, everything was great. I was well respected, taken care of financially, and he went out of his way to do things to benefit me. Everything changed in August when I found out that he was living a double life. One morning, there were some text messages that came in on his cell phone that were very inappropriate from another woman. I learned 2 days later that he had a fiance that lived in another state. When I confronted him, he was nasty. He acted like it wasn't that big of a deal. He basically insinuated that I was nothing more than a booty call. It was like a slap in the face. My ex-boyfriend's fiance and I connected, and we both decided to confront him together. The conversation got heated and he hung up. Since that phone call, he has completely cut me off. He blocked my phone number. He has completely rejected me. That was very hard because right now I'm 25 weeks pregnant with his child. Now I hear that he's even questioning if the child is his, and I've even offered to give him a paternity test. Having a family is something that I've always wanted, raising a child with both of their parents involved. He has completely undermined that. Since telling my ex-boyfriend about the pregnancy, he has sent me numerous text messages saying that I'm emotionally unstable, spiteful, and that I'm going to be a bad mom. The amount of stress that he's put me through has put me in the hospital. He's put me through hell, and I want to make sure that other women don't have the same experience.
Okay, welcome. So, how long have you known this man?
About 9 months.
About 9 months. What was the point that it changed?
It changed when I discovered that he was involved with another woman. He had a fiance in another state. Mm-hmm. And when he was confronted about that, he became nasty.
Did you talk to the fiance?
Yes, I did.
And was she surprised about you?
Somewhat, but this wasn't the first time that he's done this to her.
At that point, did you give him a chance to clear it up? Did you say, that's it, buddy, you're out of here? Or what was your reaction at the time?
Initially, I was in shock, and he cut me off, so I didn't get an opportunity to talk to him about what was said. So I sent him an email, and I basically just said, you know, I'm disgusted with you, and at this point, I don't want anything to do with you because I've found out the type of person that you really are.
You're 25 weeks pregnant now?
Correct.
Were you happy when you found out you were pregnant?
I was nervous.
First time you've ever been pregnant?
Yes.
So this was a new experience for you?
Correct.
How's that pregnancy going?
So far, it's going okay. I had some problems early on.
We were actually going to talk to you a few weeks ago, right?
That is correct.
And you were having some issues then because you had an exchange with our staff member. This was about 3 weeks ago. Our staff member, hi Brittany, are you available to chat today? Brittany, I'm at the doctor right now. I'm having complications. Our staff member, oh no, is everything okay? Are you still able to come to the show? Brittany, I'm having contractions. Staff member, oh wow, is that a good thing? Brittany, no, they're going to try to stop it. Our staff member, oh wow, is it slowing down? Brittany, you sent a photo in the hospital bed. Once I'm done with this medication, I can go home, but they are putting me on bed rest. He said there's a 10% chance after the first onset of preterm labor that the baby will be born within a week. My doc said he doesn't want me leaving town. He's concerned because of a uterine abnormality that this baby is going to be coming a lot sooner than planned. I just talked with my doc. He wants us to come up with a birthing plan regarding the baby being born premature. So they're on top of it.
Yes, they are.
What's your due date?
March 22nd.
Boy, girl?
That I would rather not say.
You don't want to disclose?
No.
Okay. Do you know?
Yes.
Now, you ask us to reach out to the father.
Yes.
And see what he had to say about this whole thing. And we did.
We've seen each other on and off, and it just got to the point where, I wasn't interested anymore. She had picked up on the vibes, and then she called me and told me that she was pregnant. And then she sent me a pee strips that you pee on, saying that it was pregnant, and then from there it just spiraled out of control. At first I did believe it's mine, but then a buddy of mine, he actually pulled up a site and said, look, dude, this looks like almost just like the one she sent you. And it was almost the exact same picture. She just came by my neighbors, went by my landlords and talked to them and told them all kinds of crazy stories, called my work. She got into my contacts and just started calling people, getting a hold of my family on Facebook. I probably had to block at least 30 or 40 different numbers she called me from. She told my neighbor I had kidnapped her cousin and was holding her cousin against her will. She sent me fake ultrasound pictures, and the pictures don't have any name on them, any hospital on them, any serial numbers, none of that stuff. I mean, I don't wish anything bad on her. I just want her to leave me alone and move on with her life. Even if she is pregnant, do I believe it's mine? No.
Wow. So what do you say to that?
Well, that's partially why I'm here. He's a pathological liar.
Did you send him an ultrasound?
I did.
He sent us the ultrasound that he said you sent him. This is it, correct?
Yes.
He was concerned that this ultrasound didn't have any identifying information on it.
He didn't ask me to scan him a copy of it. I just took a picture of it while I was holding it in my hand. It wasn't anything that was intentional, but he has never asked me to supply him with anything else either.
But he thinks you're not pregnant.
Well, he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. But we can help with that today because we have a nurse here that can do an independent pregnancy test, and we can send it to him so he doesn't have any room for doubt or concern about manipulation. So he knows you're not jerking him around.
He knows that I'm not. I've provided him with a copy of the document from the hospital.
Would you like our nurse to confirm it and send it to him?
I guess I don't know why it's really an issue.
Well, I'm just asking if you would. It's up to you.
I feel like I've already
you.
provided him with that, and
Okay.
I don't owe him anything more than what I've already given him.
You asked several questions. You said, what causes someone to lie like this? And you had a goal, and your goal was, I'm hoping he will own up for what he has done. He plays the victim. That was your goal, for him to step up.
Well, and if he needs help, I want him to get help because the lies that he tells and the things that he does to people are not normal.
Be me for a minute, okay? You don't have to shave your head or anything, but be me for a minute. What do you think makes somebody make up lies and fabricate stories?
Well, there's a couple conclusions that I've come to. It's either one, it's a learned behavior. Two, it's a mental health issue. Or three, it's an addiction, and it's something that they thrive out of doing that to people.
Mm-hmm. What do you think the impact is?
I don't think that he's got any respect for any woman's worth, and I don't think that he cares what he does to other people.
Mm-hmm. You think somebody that does that would lack empathy?
Yes.
Do you think he needs help?
Yes, I do, and that's why I'm here.
I'm wondering if you recognize that you need help as well.
And I've been doing that. I've been working on myself.
I'm wondering if, in a sense, you being here today is a cry for help. We actually got an email from a friend of yours who was concerned about you and said that you needed help.
Time out.
I'm sorry?
You need to take a time out.
Well, I don't want you to take a time out. I want you to talk to me. Because there are times in people's lives.
I'm going to walk out if you're going to do
No,
this.
hold on, because let me tell you something. And listen, you can leave anytime you want, but hear what I have to say first.
I don't want to see the email. Bottom
sorry?
line. I don't want to see what this person had to say. Bottom line, it's none of their business.
What I want you to do is hear me. You're willing to hear me, right? That's what you came here for, right? Is to hear from me?
I came here because I think he needs help.
Okay. I think people get to a point in their lives that are thresholds. And when they get to those thresholds, they can make a choice to go left or go right, and it can really have a profound impact on the rest of their lives. And you and I both know that you haven't been fully forthcoming with me. And
I haven't talked to you. This is the first time I've sat down and talked with you.
well, you haven't been fully forthcoming with us, with my
I'm
staff.
gonna end this because I don't
No,
know
no,
this. Yep.
you need to listen to me.
No, I don't.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
You don't want to say anything right now because the cameras are rolling. This is just me talking, not you, so you don't have to say anything. But I want to tell you what I want to talk to you about, and then you can decide whether you want to continue or not.
I know what you want to talk to me about.
Because I'm telling you that I'm here to offer you some serious help. You have 2 warrants out for your arrest right now. I'm trying to stop that from happening by getting you some help in lieu of that. The last thing I want you doing is being prosecuted. That's not what needs to happen here. Come on. That's not who, you have to know that's not who I am.
I know that.
You know what I know.
I know what you know, and that's why I walked away, because I was promised that this would not be
That's
brought up.
absolutely not true.
They promised me this. That was part of the agreement. Andrea promised me that this would not
Then
be
get
brought
Andrea,
up.
because that is absolutely not true. Andrea, step in. Did you tell her that you had criminal charges pending?
Yes.
You told me very briefly what they were about.
Well, if you think that there's something that you want to help me with and you think that I need help, I'm not going to object to that. But I'm not going to have this talked about on television.
What?
This stuff.
This stuff being...
My attorney specifically told me, because it is a reality TV show and it could put you in a situation for stress or anything unexpected, which is this exactly what he was talking about.
This is not a reality television show, so I beg to differ with your attorney, and I find that offensive to my sensibilities. Look, here's the bottom line. I'm going to talk to you about some things you need help with, and it's going to cure a lot of problems in your life.
Okay.
And if you want to hear about that, then okay. If not, then you got 2 paths you can go down. You can go down help with me, or you can deal with the warrants that are facing you, and that's between you and LAPD. I'm wanting to help you, and that's what I prefer to do.
Okay, so what's your plan?
To sit down and talk to you.
I was promised that this person who wrote into you would not have any part to do with this show. She intervened herself when
You were promised that this person would not be on Polycom, would not speak at all.
You told me that she would have nothing to do with it.
No. Once she emailed you and said, hey, I can't wait to be there for you on Monday to help you, which is all she said. You got really upset. I came over to see you and told you, okay, you don't want her on Polycom? She won't be on Polycom. And we immediately canceled her. She was gone.
Okay, I've had about enough of this. I've offered to help
Can we
you.
sit down and
You
talk?
either want to talk to me or you don't. I've had about enough of this. I'm either going to talk to you or I'm going to talk about you.
I'm sorry it got heated. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Listen, I want you to understand where I'm coming from. You lied to me. You lied to our whole staff when you came here. Don't talk, just listen. You have assumed a pattern in life that is very self-destructive for you. You need help with that. You have been through a pattern of claiming that you were pregnant when you were not. You have falsified documents to the court. You have been convicted of that. You now have these warrants out for your arrest. You continue to make these claims when you know they're not true. The question that I have is why? I've counted up not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8 different men that you have manipulated with pregnancy claims. You've had 12 restraining orders against you. You've violated it 8 times that have gotten prosecuted. You're going to continue to get in trouble if you don't stop doing what you're doing. Do you ask yourself why you say things that aren't true?
Well, like I told you, I've been working on things.
We know that you have made misrepresentations to people, correct?
Yes, I have.
Will you take a pregnancy test?
I don't see why you're questioning that when I have an actual screenshot of my electronic medical records that show it, and there's a date on there, there's everything that's on there, including my name.
I'm questioning it because
And I understand your position
of these
because
headlines.
Yes, I know.
And for you to say that you're pregnant but you won't take a 10-second pregnancy test is absurd. The only way that you're going to get any help begins with being honest.
Okay.
Are you pregnant?
Yes, I am.
Are you 25 weeks pregnant?
Yes, I am.
So you can take a pregnancy test and prove that.
Yes.
Will you do that now?
When I have to go to the bathroom, I will.
Because we'll wait.
Okay.
When I ask you on stage, have you ever been pregnant before? And you say no, but yet you have claimed on numerous occasions to have been pregnant.
I have been, but I didn't want to discuss it because it's a painful situation. And
Did you-
yes, I was dishonest, but
Did you Photoshop your face onto another woman's body that was holding 2 stillborn babies?
I did not do that.
Who did?
I do not know her name.
But somebody put your face on
Yes,
that picture?
they did. I did not do that.
Why would someone do that?
She was just trying to help the situation, and I don't think that it really helped.
You didn't have 2 stillborn babies.
No, I did not.
And saying that you did is what I'm talking about. That's bad judgment, right?
Absolutely.
Did you falsify the birth certificates?
Yes, I did.
Have you claimed you were pregnant to men before when you weren't?
I have, yes.
And tell me why you think you've done that.
Well, if you knew some of the medical history of some of the things that have gone on, which a lot of it, and it's involved surgeries and a lot of narcotic drugs, dealing with pain clinics and things on that nature. That played a big part of the issue.
You think you've done it while you were in an altered state of consciousness?
Absolutely. And I'm not proud of that.
Do you consider this to be change-worthy behavior?
Absolutely.
So saying you're pregnant when you're not, you say that's change-worthy behavior.
Absolutely.
And violating restraining orders, you agree that's change-worthy behavior?
Yes.
Are you on any drugs now?
Nothing narcotic or anything along those lines, no.
Nothing that you shouldn't be on?
Correct.
You have 2 warrants out for your arrest right now.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, they are deadly serious and really pissed.
Okay.
The last place you need to be is sitting in a cell somewhere. You've been there before, right?
I have.
Did that help you?
No.
And you obviously didn't learn anything from it because you continued to make poor choices after having been in jail, correct?
That is correct.
A very viable alternative to going to jail is to go into a treatment facility. I want to offer you to go into what I believe is the most elite treatment facility in the country.
Okay.
This gives you a chance, privately, anonymously, to really step back and figure out what you need to do to be at peace in your heart, to be at peace with yourself, to where you don't feel the need to make bad choices, where you don't have poor problem-solving skills, poor problem recognition skills, toxic relationship tendencies, where you can figure out why you're doing the things you're doing. And that's what I'm offering you as our gift to you. And I'm guessing you haven't had a better offer lately.
No, I haven't.
Audrey now sitting in an Oregon jail accused of swindling by posing as a would-be surrogate mother.
I am asking for $10,000. Thanks and God bless.
It was the God bless that convinced Shania, a deeply religious woman, to agree to pay her to serve as a surrogate mother to bear the child the couple had always wanted.
Something that my wife always dreamt of.
The couple say they took every precaution. They signed a contract. They did a thorough background check on her.
I don't know what more we could have done.
The couples exchanged more than 100 emails and phone calls who investigators say never got pregnant with anyone's baby.
Well, Peter and Shania are understandably furious with Audrey and say she is evil for dashing their dreams of ever having their own child.
My wife and I were scanned by Audrey when she faked that surrogacy with us. She's a very evil woman.
Audrey had told me that she had been a surrogate for a gay couple 3 times in the past. She even sent me pictures of the family. There, I believe, were 2 Caucasians and 1 was African American. The pictures were confusing because both of the fathers were white. It was a red flag, but I just ignored it.
We did a background check on Audrey, and we still got nailed.
That night at the hotel, we discussed transferring the specimen from Peter.
Audrey gave us a sterile specimen jar. We didn't see the kit. I didn't want to be in the room while that happened.
About 21 days after we had met, Audrey had sent me a picture of the pregnancy tests. Audrey kept putting off the ultrasound.
We always had to call her. She never once called us.
I wanted a baby so badly, and I believed 100% in my heart that she was pregnant with our child.
I got a call from a police officer. She says, I hate to tell you this, but there is no baby. This is a scam.
I was devastated, shocked, in denial that there was no baby.
To see my wife break down like that, I wanted to kill that damn woman. I am still angry at her for scamming us.
Well, I'm glad to meet you all, but sorry for the circumstance. I mean, this is obviously terrible.
Yes, it is.
You were desperate to have a child.
Yes, I was.
I mean, this is something this, particularly you really wanted to do this.
Yes, badly.
When you found her and made the arrangement, this was like huge hope to you, right?
I felt excited that my dream was going to finally come true.
She was on top of the world.
But from the beginning, and I know you shared with us the emails, and Shania's reply to Audrey's surrogacy ad, you replied to it in April, and you said, we are looking for a traditional surrogate to bring us our miracle baby. And any information regarding costs you can give us would be greatly appreciated. And she responds, right?
Yes, she did.
And she says, I'm asking for $10,000, $2,500 to be paid immediately as a retainer. And she signs off, thanks and God bless.
God bless was like she was a Christian.
Simple as it sounds, but that meant something to both of you, right?
It did, very much so, because I felt I was a Christian and she was a Christian, and I believed everything she said. I had complete 100% faith in her.
So 2 days later, you reach out to her again, and you kind of raise an issue that becomes prophetic. You say, I've been strung along by 2 scammers so far. We now live in a world that is so full of scammers and prey on the very vulnerable people. And she responds back to you about that and says, I'm so sorry to hear you dealt with scammers. They kind of ruin it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
So you agree to meet, and there's no lawyers involved here.
No lawyers.
No lawyers involved, just you, her, and you meet for dinner at a hotel.
And for that, we had, a background check done.
She said she was a nurse. You verified that.
And we verified that she was an actual nurse. She had a nursing license and everything.
The background check was pretty cursory, though, right? I mean, there's not a lot you can check, but
no.
So you pretty much just verified that she was who she said she was, that she was a nurse, she was registered, which is important information to know. I mean,
right.
So you meet at this hotel, and that's where you do the deal. You pay her the money.
Yeah.
You sign a contract that she provided.
Right. Surrogacy contract.
And she showed up in her nursing scrubs. So.
Yeah, and has a cup, a specimen cup.
Specimen cup.
And you give her the specimen. She says, I'll do the transfer right here. And you run it. You run the transfer to her.
Yeah, I did that twice that night.
So 21 days later, bingo.
Right.
Yeah.
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
Well, you got an email from Audrey that just said, hey, congratulations, right?
Yes.
In fact, that's what it said. Congratulations, exclamation point, or congratulations, exclamation point, because it was pink and blue. Said, I didn't know if I should use pink or blue. Good people deserve good things. God bless, smiley face. And attached were pictures of positive home pregnancy tests.
Yep.
I was ecstatic. We are going to have a baby.
And as high as it went, it all came crashing down.
I faked a surrogate pregnancy for the money. The plan was to take the deposit. It was non-refundable, no one was going to get hurt, and that was going to be the end of it. I never intended on getting pregnant. I separated my feelings from it. I didn't consider anybody else in this situation. I found Shania and Peter on one of the surrogacy websites. Shania was very trusting. She didn't ask a lot of questions about my medical history. We had agreed on a $10,000 arrangement with a $2,500 deposit. They would pay me $833 every month. I sent pictures of my kids and pretended that that was a previous surrogacy that I had done. I made arrangements with Shania and Peter to meet them in Portland, Oregon. I downloaded a sample surrogacy contract, and we signed the contract. They brought Peter's specimen to the hotel room for me to get pregnant. I had no intentions of using it. I was in a hurry to leave to catch my flights for family vacation in Washington, D.C., so I threw Peter's specimen in the garbage. The plan was to call them in 2 to 3 weeks and tell them that I took a pregnancy test and it did not work. When I was on vacation, the whole deposit was spent. I'd run out of money at that point. At the time, I really needed the money, so I decided to tell them that I did get pregnant for a month or 2 and then to tell them that I miscarried. Shania was asking if she could come down and do an ultrasound with me. I kept putting it off. I kept telling Shania that I was too busy. I was planning on telling Shania and Peter that I had miscarried around the 4th or 5th month. I was so disconnected at that point that I really didn't think I was doing anything wrong. It was extremely difficult to keep the lies going. It spiraled out of control.
I'm gonna ask Audrey to come out because I think you're entitled to say what you want to say to her. Fair enough?
Yes.
All right, Audrey, come on out. Audrey, Dr. Phil, how are you?
Good.
Sit right here if you would. I believe you know these folks.
Yeah.
What'd you want to say?
You lying bitch. How could you do that? You destroyed our lives.
I am sorry for what I've done. I'm taking responsibility.
What I want to know, Audrey, is how long you were going to carry this out.
I had no
You were in your 5th month.
I had no intentions of carrying it on that long.
We were going to have a baby shower. We asked you if everything was okay. We sent out the invitations. You said it was okay to send out the invitations.
My life at that time was very different. You guys have no idea what was going on in my life, and I'm sorry.
No, you've never told us. You've never given us any answers as to why you did what you did to us.
Because I wasn't allowed to contact you guys.
By who?
The court told me I was not allowed to speak to you guys.
You were supposed to send us an apology letter.
I wrote a 5-page apology letter and gave it to the probation officer to send to you.
Well, he didn't send it to me.
I did. I swear I wrote it. I tried to reach out to you. I asked them to contact you and ask if I could talk to you. And they kept telling me no. I wanted to apologize. I wanted to tell you where I was at and why I did what I did. Because I am sorry.
No.
I truly am.
I can't believe you. You know, you're on the internet. I think you're still scamming people.
Audrey,
I think you're still a lying bitch.
Did you have children, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're dealing here with a couple, with a woman that has said to you, this is our miracle baby. We can't have a child. This is our last chance. This is it for us. We've been scammed. Don't hurt us. So she's waving these flags in your face, and you're saying, come on, God bless you. God bless you. Come on down. Give me your money.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Number one, I wasn't the only one involved in it. And I was broken at the time. I was taking a lot of pills. I didn't know what to do.
Who else was involved?
I can't say.
Yeah.
But I was not the only one involved
Yeah,
at
I
all.
kind of figured that.
I was so broken.
And that excused?
I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just telling you that that's what I was going through.
Could care less what she was going through.
I was trying to kill my...
Okay, and you're saying that you weren't... You're saying that there was someone else involved, but you were the only one charged and convicted, correct?
Yep. And I took responsibility for it. I did the probate. I did everything I could to make it. There's not much I can do. I can't go back.
You didn't pay him back all the money.
Because I can't get a job. Nobody will hire me with 5 felonies on my record.
I don't understand why you did what you did. How long were you going to let it go? The only reason you stopped was because you got caught. That's the only reason. You kept taking my money.
I did not know how to stop it. Because me and you had built a relationship, and I felt bad. I didn't know how to tell you.
Yeah,
at that
and
point.
you were backing off the relationship.
Want to hurt you. Exactly, because I didn't know what to do. I was stuck in a place of...
That's because the police caught her.
I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your willingness to come and face them and answer their questions, because I think them getting some information about this will help them heal, even if they don't feel it right here in the moment. And you didn't have to be here. You didn't have to come and do this. And I do give you credit for that. And this was not a one spur-of-the-moment bad decision that you made, because this did stretch out across 5 months. You first had to place an ad, which you put up. That was one time. Then you had to answer and carry on this conversation. Was it you carrying on the conversation with her? You said you felt...
Part of the time, and part of the time it wasn't.
But you said you had a relationship with her. You had a bond with her that you,
yeah.
Not someone else, but you didn't know how to quit because you had a relationship with her.
I didn't really care about her.
Somebody else was writing the emails?
Encouraging emails to me?
I did not write all those emails at all.
You have got to be me. Really?
I did not write all those emails.
You're going to blame them on somebody else.
No, I'm taking responsibility for what I did. But I'm not going to say it was just me. but I still take responsibility for it. I still feel guilty. Why do you think I asked to be here? Because I still feel bad.
You know, I wish this happened in Washington, you know? You know why? Because in Washington, with 3 felonies, it's 25 to life.
I
You
should go
got
to life
5.
for this? Come on.
You should have gotten more punishment than what you got for what you did to me.
Now was it you
That's
that...
not what you said in the emails that we've talked back and forth. That's not at all what you said.
Was it you that altered the ultrasounds?
It was me that altered the ultrasound.
So you got old ultrasounds. Were they of your children?
Yes.
So they were your ultrasounds from your children, and you altered the dates
I did.
and the identifying information, and you sent those as proof of your pregnancy.
I did.
I never saw any ultrasounds.
I thought they were sent to you.
Not to us.
Not to us.
Well, we'll talk about that. You also found out that Peter had to have heart surgery, correct?
I did.
So you knew that at every penny they had, every amount of money
dime
I know.
that they could scrape together was going towards him having to have heart surgery.
Which was even harder to tell you guys at that point. How was I supposed to tell you guys? And I wanted to tell you.
But you didn't.
I didn't. I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't know how to
The only thing
stop.
that
I
got
really
her
didn't.
through me being in the hospital with all the complications was knowing that she had a baby coming.
Was knowing I had that baby
And
coming.
you just up and destroyed it. You're looking for forgiveness. I have no forgiveness for you. None at all.
Were you forced into doing this, or were you...
I was not forced into do it. At the time, my mind was really messed up, and I just said, okay. I didn't really think about what it was going to cause.
Okay, this is great. Cool. Yeah. Right on.
So how long do I have to be punished for this? I mean, I made a mistake. I'm trying to make amends. I'm trying to say I'm sorry.
You seem really defensive about this, and it's hard to be under attack and not be defensive.
Yeah.
You do own the fact that you made the decision to do this.
Absolutely.
Were you glad to be caught so it would be over?
Yeah, I was glad. I wanted it to be over. I just wanted out.
Did you fess up to the police? Did you tell them the truth?
Yeah.
Because I looked at the police reports. Maybe you can clear some of this up for me. They said that you got specimens from the male half of couples, stated that she was impregnated, which is not true. Because one item located were medical reports that seemed to indicate that you had an operation where you were no longer able to have children.
I had a tubal reversal because me and my husband were going to try to have a baby at the time.
I see. And it said this would be intent to defraud. Yeah. At times, she seemed to be indifferent. They described you as being indifferent about the fraud that she had committed and said we were just making a big deal out of this.
I didn't realize how serious it was. I didn't realize the big picture of it.
That you just destroyed 2 people.
Yeah, it's just been a wonderful since then. I mean, life has been amazing.
Do you understand what you put me through in not being able to have a baby?
Why do you think I'm here? Because I understand that it's a guilt that I still live with.
You've got 4 children. You can't possibly understand what it's like not to have children.
That doesn't mean...
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
Stop telling me what I understand because I am here. I'm sorry.
Peter said he had his suspicions about convicted scammer Audrey's pregnancy, but finally started feeling comfortable when he got the devastating news from police that Audrey, in fact, was not pregnant and had swindled them out of more than $5,000 in 5 months. How did you get the news, Peter? Who called you and told you, and what did they say?
The Astoria police called me at my work. They asked me if I knew Audrey. I said, well, yeah. She's carrying our surrogate child for us. And the officer on the other side said, no, she's not. She's not pregnant. There is no baby. she's been lying. It's a scam. She's doing it to another couple. I said, are you sure? Are you sure this is what's going on? The lady said, yeah, she's not pregnant. She's scamming. So I drove home, and she's sitting down. She goes, what's wrong? I said, Audrey's scamming us. She didn't want to believe it. And finally, I'm yelling it at her. Finally, I grabbed her. I sat her down. I said, it's real. It's a scam. She scammed us. She started to cry. And she was breaking down. Her dreams of everything she wanted, of everything, were just yanked out of her heart. And I had to do it. And it wasn't fair to her. And it wasn't fair to me. And she caused it.
Did you come to grips with it finally in that moment? Did it hit you?
It took a while to hit me. I was devastated. I was hurt. My dream had been taken away. I was crushed because I loved that baby that never was there. For 5 months, I loved that baby. I grew to love that child that was going to be mine, that you were carrying. And after 5 months, I'm told there is no baby. For a long time, I went to counseling and had to grieve over the loss of losing that baby. And that is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.